This is a 5 senses mindfulness practice. I invite you in this practice to focus on what comes through the door of each of your senses, one by one, to help ground you in this present moment. As we begin, I invite you to take a moment to notice, how do you feel right now? How do you feel in your physical body? How do you feel in your heart? And what is the weather of your mind? Now I invite you to bring your awareness to the sense of hearing. And can you begin to simply notice all of the sounds around you in this moment? Please give yourself permission to suspend any judgment about the sounds. They're not good or bad, they just are. And so see if you can tune into these subtle sounds of the environment around you. Letting the sounds come to you, giving yourself the space to pause and really listen. And now, coming to sight. If your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them very softly and notice the colors, the shapes, and the textures of your surroundings. If you really look, just about everything has some kind of variation in color or texture that maybe you haven't noticed before. Observe the visual impressions that come into your eyes, one after the other, with a soft, wide, receiving gaze. Touch. Noticing the feeling of touch, both internal and external sensations. Maybe you can notice the air on your body, the clothes resting on your skin. Perhaps notice if there's a slight tension in certain muscles of your body. Can you notice the breath moving in and out of the body and how it moves, how it responds to your breath? And can you really notice what it feels like where your body meets support, whether that be the floor, a chair, or the earth? Smell. Now I invite you to shift your concentration to noticing the smells of your environment. If your eyes are open, perhaps closing your eyes so you can focus on the subtlest of scents. Notice what you notice in the tunnels of your nostrils. And finally, taste. Can you notice the tongue in your mouth? saliva, maybe your breath as you exhale. Do you notice any aftertaste in your mouth at this time? You can also run your tongue over your teeth, along the inside of your cheeks. And notice, what do you notice when you bring your attention to the sense of taste? And now, notice, how do you feel? How do you feel in your physical body? What is the mood of your heart? And what is the weather of your mind? Take a moment to notice if it feels any different than when you just started this practice. Has anything changed? I invite you to revisit this exercise, this mindfulness practice, anytime you are feeling distracted, unfocused, and would like to come back into the present moment and back home to yourself.